No man who has understood this has ever had an ordinary night again. Because when you discover the positions that awaken not only a woman's body but also her mind, everything changes. This isn't about tricks, it's about pure neurobiology, how the female body responds when the right flow, the right angle, and the right energy align. 3 positions, 3 ways to touch her mind through her body. And if you pay attention, you'll notice something few men ever do. In all of them, the secret isn't the motion. It's the rhythm that builds the connection. Before I explain each one, think about this. Have you ever noticed how differently a woman breathes when she's completely aroused? That soft, trembling breath is the sign that her vagus nerve, the one connecting the brain to the pelvic region, has been activated. And that only happens when her body feels safe, supported, and cherished. That's why what I'm about to share isn't just about pleasure. It's about understanding how female desire truly works from within. Let's start with the first position, the reclining goddess. It's the oldest and one of the most powerful. She lies back with her upper body slightly raised, legs open like butterfly wings, pelvis tilted forward. You kneel in front of her, holding her hips gently with both hands. This angle gives direct stimulation to the G-spot because the penis enters with a natural upward curve. But what makes this position magical is the eye contact. Her eyes stay open, her breathing syncs with yours, and what once felt vulnerable turns into pure pleasure. If you move softly, matching her exhalations, her body begins to release oxytocin and dopamine at the same time. Literally a blend of love and desire. Here's a clinical secret. If you pause just 2 or 3 seconds before each deep thrust, pelvic blood flow increases by up to 20%. That means more intensity, without speed. This position is ideal for sensitive women, for those who crave closeness and being seen. It doesn't require strength, it requires presence. In this angle, her body responds with spontaneous contractions, small, almost imperceptible ones that mark the beginning of a complete orgasm. And here's my invitation. Next time you're with your partner, don't just move. Observe. Listen to her breathing change, her stomach tremble, her skin rise in goosebumps. Comment below if you've ever noticed that difference, because that moment, when her body responds on its own, is where true connection begins. Now, the second position is completely different. It's called the deep swing, perfect for women who enjoy partial control over the movement. She sits on top, leaning slightly forward, hands resting on your chest. This angle activates the receptors of the clitoris and the A-spot, an internal area located just beyond the G-spot. From a medical perspective, this position stimulates the upper pelvic nerves and maintains blood flow, making the orgasm longer and more progressive. But the most fascinating part is psychological. When she leads the rhythm, her brain shifts modes. She stops being receptive and becomes the creator of pleasure. It boosts her natural testosterone, strengthens her sexual confidence, and reconnects her deeply with her body. Seen from below, it's visually powerful, but also emotionally hypnotic. The slow, circular motion expands the pleasure without breaking the flow, and you can join her energy with deep, synchronized breathing. Remember something few say: a woman doesn't climax by speeding up. She climaxes by synchronizing. So this isn't a movement, it's a dialogue between body, breath, and emotion. Now tell me, which do you think creates more connection? The reclining goddess or the deep swing? Because in the second part, I'll reveal the third one, the most intense of all. One that doesn't just trigger a physical orgasm, but an emotional one. The kind that leaves her trembling, yet serene. And now we reach the third position, the most intense one. The one that combines control, surrender, and complete stimulation of the female body. I call it the deep spiral because it doesn't just penetrate, it awakens. It's ideal when trust already exists, when both bodies know each other, because it activates areas that only respond in a state of full relaxation and desire. She lies face down, legs together, abdomen slightly raised with a pillow. You position yourself behind her, gently leaning your body over hers so your chest rests against her back. That skin-to-skin contact isn't just sensual, it's therapeutic. The subtle friction of your abdomen against her lower back stimulates the parasympathetic nervous system, the one responsible for calm and surrender. And when the body relaxes, blood flow to the pelvic organs multiplies. From this angle, penetration is deeper, and the perineal nerves, especially the pudendal and dorsal clitoral nerves, are activated simultaneously. That's why many women describe this position as almost hypnotic. They feel pleasure not only from the G-spot, but from their entire pelvis. But there's something even more powerful: shared breathing. If you exhale with her, matching your rhythm to hers, the brain releases oxytocin and serotonin in sync, creating a feeling of fusion. It's literally one orgasm in two bodies, a discharge the nervous system interprets as union. And here's a clinical fact most men ignore. When the female body reaches this kind of pleasure, the heart slows down and the brain enters theta waves, the same state as deep meditation. That's why many women stay still, eyes closed, not needing to move. It's not fatigue, it's trance. Her mind goes quiet to let her body speak. And if the man honors that silence, what's created isn't just a physical orgasm, it's emotional release. But let me be clear, this position requires respect. The movement must be slow, deep, and controlled. If it's done with roughness, the balance between stimulation and relaxation is lost. So here's my simple rule: 3 gentle movements, then a pause. During that pause, maintain contact, pressure, and warmth. Her body interprets that stillness as safety, and her mind responds by opening even more. That's when the climax arrives. Suddenly, effortlessly. And if you learn to hold her that way, you won't just make her come, you'll make her trust. This position is perfect for women who need to feel held, safe, and emotionally supported. It's ideal for couples who want to reconnect after emotional or physical distance. Because here, there's no rush, no noise, no ego, just breath, touch, and silence. And when pleasure is born from that space, it becomes an experience the body remembers for days. Think about this. What do you think matters more in female orgasm? Intensity or connection? Write it below with a number from 1 to 10. And if you're a woman, tell me which of these 3 positions is your favorite, or if you've discovered another that makes you feel even more alive. Remember, this channel doesn't seek voyeurism, it seeks understanding. And what we learn here transforms lives. Before I close, let me remind you of one truth. The female orgasm isn't created by strength or hands, it's created by attention. The body responds to respect, not haste. And when a man learns to read those signals, pleasure stops being a goal and becomes a language. Subscribe and turn on the bell, because in the next video, I'll reveal something almost no one explains: the 4 hidden phases of the female orgasm, and how to recognize them just by watching her breathing. Trust me, once you understand that, you'll never look at a woman's body the same way again. Comment, share, and respect, because true sexual education begins when we stop chasing pleasure and start understanding it.